Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and welcome to episode 16 of In Focus Friday. Last week we looked at the Mythical Creatures Phoenix round, which was commissioned by the UK Stackers Facebook group. So it's a really fantastic coin. I think it's phenomenal, and it's definitely going to appear in my top 10 coins of my stack. If ever I get around to making that video, it's certainly going to appear there. So if you haven't seen it already, the link's in the description below. Do go check it out and let me know what you think about it. I think it's really cool. This week, however, we've got two coins to show you, and they are two very old coins, some of the oldest coins I've got in my collection. They're nearly 200 years old, and they are 90% silver coins. One's a half crown, one's a shilling, and they are from King George III's reign. And I got these coins off eBay. They were mislabeled, and I managed to pick them up on really great price, I feel. It was about 6-7 months ago, so you know, they were fantastic coins at the time. They were mislabeled, as I said, so not very many people bid on them, I think, and that was the reason I got them for a very good price. I've since had them authenticated, so I know they're real. I just don't feel like I need to get them graded though, because they're not in perfect condition. So yeah, I thought I'd share them with you. I think these coins are fantastic for more than one reason. I mean, they're very pretty, but also I love like a really old coin. I love that this one is 200 years old nearly, will be next year, and I just love thinking about the journey that these coins have been on. You know, how they've travelled from person to person or pocket to pocket, you know, just thinking about where they've been geographically. You know, they could have been all around the British Empire, all around the world, who knows. So it's kind of cool just to think about it in that sense. So yeah, this coin here is the half crown, and it's from 1817. It's from the reign of King George III. For those of you who don't know, I'll do a very quick brief history lesson on King George III. I promise not to bore you too much, but he was King of Great Britain from 1760 to 1820. He was dubbed the Mad King. You may have heard him in popular media as the Mad King, and he was in fact regented in the last 9 years of his rule by his son. And yeah, he's also the king that oversaw the kind of fall of the American colonies, so he's quite you know, an important king in that sense. The American Revolution and everything, American War of Independence. And he also was king at the time of the Napoleonic Wars and the Napoleonic Revolutions and things. So, you know, quite an important king in his time, and obviously he had some mental illness issues in his later life, but for the most part he was seen as not the best king in the world, quite a tyrant, but you know, that was the sign of the times. So anyway, on this coin, you know, he is, at this time that coin was minted, he's seen to be having obviously some mental illness, the Mad King. His son is the regent, so who knows who was kind of in charge of the design of this coin. But let's be honest, it's not a particularly flattering coin for King George III. He doesn't look particularly good in this image. Maybe this was his son having a joke at him, or something, I don't know. But this coin ended up being nicknamed the bullhead crown, or the bullhead half crown, because of the way that he looked. And let's be honest, it really is not a flattering design at all. Kind of big bulging eyes. He does look a bit mad even in this image. But he's in his you know, in his imperial regalia. He's got his crown of wreath on his head, which is very, very kind of common. And the coin is obviously in Latin. Georgius, the Latin name for George, and Dei Gratia, which means by the grace of God. And then on this side we've got fantastic kind of imperial design with the crown and the crest with the British lions. I just think it's a fantastic coin, great detail. I mean, for a 200-year-old coin, this is really held up incredibly well. Very, very cool indeed. So yeah, I really like that. I think it's very, very fun. The fact that it's nearly 200 years old is great as well. So then I thought I'd just show you this one as well, because I've got this tiny little shilling as well. This one's a little bit more worn, but I've got both of these in the same lot when I bought them, so I thought I'd show them both now. A little bit more worn, this one, but a shilling would have been much more commonly used than a half crown would have been, so you can kind of understand that. But still, you can see quite a lot of the detail there, a lot of the crest, a lot of the lion, so it's still very, very cool. And then of course on this side you can still see the bull head of the king, a bit worn around his head and his crown and his wreath. But this one's kind of cool because it's 1820 and this is the very last year of his reign, and considering he died in late January of 1820, you know, this coin really was made in the very last kind of weeks and months leading up to his death. So yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. An interesting fact as well about the shillings, and this is why I kind of like the shillings, is that if you joined the armed forces back in those times, your commission for joining was a king's shilling. And I just wonder whether this was one of those shillings, whether this was given to a soldier, you know, when he joined the army or the navy or wherever it was. And you know, often soldiers would keep the coins, and it would be a sort of memento of you know, them joining, taking the king's shilling was the phrase, you know, for joining the army. So you know, you wonder about this coin, whether it's seen combat, whether it's been in combat, whether its owner survived, took it with him, or whether he just used it straight away for some booze or ladies of the night. You never know. So I just like thinking about that, and thinking about the coin and the history that comes along with it as well. So yeah, it'd be cool to know what you guys think. I really like the old world coins. I love the designs on them. I love the stories behind them. So you know, let me know your thoughts on what you think about the coins. Also, if you've got any of these type of coins as well, it'd be cool to know. As always, you know, if you liked the series, please put a thumbs up on it. It really helps spread the video. Make sure other people find it as well. If you've got any coins that you'd like to see me put in focus and talk about, if I've got them, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Otherwise, just want to say a massive thank you for watching, and I wish you all a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you all on the other side of Christmas. As always, thanks for watching, and please like, share, comment and subscribe for more.